quiet?
I didn't know he could.
How did you know you could come to the city? Sir, how did you know you could come to the city?
It's really good. I've been in this for 14 years.
Okay. I want to support this, but let me tell you something. I was on a meeting a few days ago, and constantly from the city school, they come here, they constantly, city, give. I want you young people to understand this. I'm not against you, but you can only give so much. Most of you live out in the rural. You have a county commissioner. I was on a meeting a few days ago. The county commissioner gave a check to another organization for $10,000 or $20,000, and they didn't even ask for it. Okay? Now, I want to do this, but I mean, every time I look, you keep coming to the city. You don't go ask the county for anything. I don't understand why. Money's green. They have plenty of money. And yes, sir.
Yeah, I do live in the rural area as well. But how much money do we bring into the city when we pay our league fees and bring in the fee? When we buy from concessions, how much money does the city make? When the city of Wetumpka hosts All-Star tournament, like we were talking about the girls, how much money does the city make? Well, last year we played sub-district down here at Wetumpka High School. How much money did we bring in to the state? To the city, excuse me.
I couldn't tell you how much money we bring in because I don't have those figures, and I have never. I take that back. I haven't. It's been buku years since I've known what came into the city, but you probably know. But then, how much money?
No, sir, I don't. We don't have access.
How much money does the city put into keeping up the sports complex, and then with the employees?
No, sir. That ball field has not been touched since I've been up here.
Wait a minute. Which ball field has not been touched?
Wetumpka ball field, the boys field. It's not been. They put gravel out every year. That's about it. And that's really it. Does anybody disagree with me? They cut the grass, yeah.
Well, you just said it hadn't been touched.
Well, you guys cut grass, yes, sir.
No. Okay, I'm going to end this. I'm not getting that. But my point is, I know you can look at it like you want to out there, but my point is, if you constantly bring in your pocket and work every day and give your child your paycheck every week, and he or she went out and threw away, how would you feel? That's my point. Ask the county commissioner. We want y'all to have a good hotel room and have a great time. Ask the county commissioner to give you some of this money. I've talked with my colleagues out of town, the council person. They give them money. I just told you last week, they gave $10,000 to an organization that didn't even ask for it. They just knew they needed some money. Yes, sir.
This is the first year that the league has not given us any money. That's the reason we come here. We've got it in the past. Our league has given us money, but as he told you, they were working in the red now, and they couldn't do it this year. But every year up till this year, we've got money. And in our case, with 16 and 18, I was told on Wednesday at about 10 o'clock that they were not going to help us with the hotel rooms this year. And I had to report down to my state tournament the next night and play that Friday. So I had no time to do any kind of fundraisers. I had 1 day's notice, or 2 days. And it's not the league's fault, but they're doing a great job. And the officers, they just decided that they couldn't do it because of the finances, and that's the reason we're here tonight. We've never been here before to ask for this.
Mayor, I have a question concerning the possible funding for this particular item. The concessions that are out there, right? The concessions, for instance, that were sold at the softball tournament. Does the city profit from those concessions?
There is a profit. It would not be what you would think it would be. We would probably be better off to get 3-cent sales tax off of everything that was sold if something outside of was 7, and be better off than what we have. There's a lot of money that is handled. The girls have handled it into the office, but there's a lot of expense as to what they buy. And then the labor to cook the food, the labor for the people that are in the concessions working. I don't know if Lynn has all that I don't have it in front of me, but I've reviewed this stuff before. It's not like you're making an abundance of money. Now, when 76 teams were here the other day, had those people been spending the night in Wetumpka, we would have made money. But we didn't have the hotel for them to stay in. And in the restaurants where we would have made a tremendous amount of money. It's kind of ironic that where you guys going to play Andalusia?
Monroe.
Where?
Monroe.
Monroe. Okay. I think one of the teams is going to Andalusia to play.
Yeah, the 13-year-old.
Yeah, the 13s. Okay. But if you broke it down as to the lighting, the expenses, the equipment that's purchased to keep it up, and it's a tremendous expense. But that's what we are here for as a city, is to provide recreation for our young people. And we're glad to do it. I was out there last week for that particular tournament and got chewed out because we ran out of hamburgers. Some lady wanted a hamburger, and Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, they had run out of hamburgers, and it was a major issue. But, you know, it is what it is. If assistance is needed, you've got some teams that have raised $5,000 already. You've got other teams that have raised a portion of their money. You've got the 16 to 18s that had to go play and pay and did not get any reimbursement. But if you lumped what those others have already raised into the pool, and then the city felt the need of contributing to this until they can get to the budget next year and work this into their budget to where you don't have to go through this, you know, every year. But when you have a group of guys that have been selected out there that manage the league, city council doesn't need to manage the league. These people need to manage the league. So, you know, I remember sitting in here in 2001 when we were given $20,000 a year, and we raised it to $30,000. So it may be time to raise that again to get to the point to where we can cover these expenses. So it's been asked for tonight. There's a motion on the floor for $20,000. There's a motion, there's a second, and we're into discussion now on this. Whether it's $20,000, if this council agrees for 20, if this council agrees for more or less. But if you could lump all that other in there with it, it sure would help us. You know, so we would like to see everybody. We're proud of you guys. We're proud of you coaches, what you're doing. I'm going to tell you, this has been the smoothest year that I've seen out there. I've been out there practically at least a couple times a week, baseball and softball. And it has been a smoothly run organization. And Michael, I told you that the last time I was out there. The yang that you normally have, and the fighting and carrying on, and the coaches that think they're in Yankee Stadium, and you know, that hasn't been there. And you guys have done a fantastic job, and we commend you for that, because you're changing the lives of young people. And if we need to make a contribution to this, I don't have any problem with that. This council is the one that will decide what we need to do.
Again, to me, the concessions should be highly profitable, and if they're not, then we need to look at that. I feel that these league folks may be able to make that thing more profitable if they had control of it. All I'm looking for is a funding source.
Would you take the concession?
Absolutely not.
See, that's the way it used to be in the city. Parents ran the concessions.
But the key is I'm trying to give you the money tree, right? And if you don't plant that money tree, right, we can talk about the revenue that's spent. And you can come in from rural, right, like Dale, right?